miles an hour at one point this weekend. Not lying to you.
Wow.
Driving to
in
the
Manhattan Beach, that's big.
Flying. I saw those.
Down Rosecrans?
Just flying. 68 miles an hour. Felt like Kyle Busch. All right, Joel Klatt joining us. You were drafted by the Padres.
Yeah.
Back in 2011.
2000.
What am I saying? 2011. 2000. And 11th round. My bad. 11th round.
There you go.
You were also played college football in Colorado. So you and Kyler Murray have a lot in common. You're kind of flaky. Can't figure out your sports.
Oh, wow. Okay, great. This is the direction it's going to go.
Well, I mean,
here we go. Buckle up, everybody.
Here we go. So you guys are like, I like this. Pick a lane. All right.
Well, I mean, it's tough to be gifted at two different things.
Okay, so
all you can do is blab. But that's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hey, blab and journalism. 2 lanes.
Big J
Great
journalism.
At both. So the point is that Kyler Murray, why am I going to draft Kyler Murray number 1? Give away Josh Rosen. He gets banged in the leg a couple times, goes, I'm out, baseball.
He's not going to do that. He's made it abundantly clear that he's done with baseball.
Oh, where?
Several different times. Equally from his own mouth, he said, yeah, I'm done with baseball. He paid back the $1.5 million of the bonus. In fact, he had offers from the A's after his Heisman win that said, hey, we're going to give you $10 million more to come and give up football and come be an Oakland A. And he said, no, thanks. He said no thanks several different times, including even playing last year to begin with. I don't think he would have played last year unless he not only loved football, but thought there was a future there. And you have to give him this. He is really smart. He understands the math of the situation. It is way more lucrative to be an NFL starting quarterback than it is to be a draft pick playing baseball trying to make it. Now, you can all disagree and point to the, Bryce Harper contracts and Nolan Arenado contracts out there and the Mike Trout contracts, but those are so few and far between. All you have to do is actually look at the data. And if you went back all the way to 2004, and you said, what does the top position player drafted out of college baseball get during his career versus the top quarterback selected in the NFL draft? And you would see that going back to 2004, there are only 2 quarterbacks that made less in their career than the top baseball draft pick from a position player standpoint in that draft. Only 2. Jamarcus Russell and E.J. Manuel are the only 2 that got passed by, I believe it was the third baseman for the Cubs, Chris Bryant and Matt Wieters were the only 2 that made more in their career playing baseball. I'm here to tell you it's way more lucrative. Kyler knows what he's doing. He's a football player, and he's going to Arizona.
Okay, so the NFL is you're our lead college football analyst, so let me tell you how the NFL works.
Oh, okay, please. Big J journalism on me right here.
Let me just sit back and learn something.
Let's do it.
Okay.
It is a comfy couch.
So the NFL, here's the rule. Get your quarterback.
Yeah.
Protect your quarterback, and draft guys that can get their quarterback. That's kind of what Chris Ballard, Howie Roseman, Belichick.
Yeah.
It's kind of a simple league. So you got Josh Rosen. I can take Nick Bosa. That takes care of 3.
Oh, so you think 1 is done? You think they've got their quarterback?
I can go get the best pass rusher, arguably.
Well, a great pass rusher doesn't do anything for you unless you've got the quarterback position set.
Okay. But if I feel I do...
Well, I mean, what has Von Miller done for Denver now that their quarterback position's in flux?
Because their offensive line...
Let me answer that. Nothing. He's done nothing.
Okay, but
so I would argue Arizona's not done with number 1.
Okay, but...
You're going down to 2 and 3. We need to stop at 1.
Denver doesn't have 1 or 2 figured out. They got number 3, so they have to get the quarterback. I believe Josh...
But you went to 3 with Arizona, right?
Well, time out.
They
got number 1 done.
You said go get Bosa. You think number 1 is done?
I think Josh Rosen's the guy in the next 10 years.
Okay, this is not a knock on Josh, but don't you think fit has a lot to do with it as well? Unless you're a generational talent like an Aaron Rodgers who can probably make it work with just about any coordinator, attitude aside, I'm just talking about skill level. Fit has a lot to do with it now. I mean, the style of quarterback that you have versus the style of coach you are has a ton to do with whether you and your team are successful. Let me just tell you this right now. I think Josh Rosen will be successful in the NFL. It's not going to be with Cliff Kingsbury.
Why?
Because I think they're oil and water, not personality-wise, but from a schematic standpoint. Here, sit back. Hold on. Let me educate you for a second. Yeah. Josh Rosen is a black and white type quarterback. He wants to know the why. Okay, he's very cerebral. He wants to know why things are happening, the details of the offense, where's the timing of the mechanism of the concept, which defender are we bracketing, how are we attacking that, where's my base 3-man progression, where do I go for an alert, so on and so forth. That's not technically the offense that Cliff Kingsbury has. See, Cliff cut his teeth under Mike Leach. Now, this is not the pure air raid that Cliff has, but that offense, going back to Hal Mummy and Valdosta State and Mike Leach and Kentucky and all those places, it's a gray area offense. Your quarterback has to be very fluid in the type of reads that he makes. It's very much like basketball. You got to be a point guard. It's very fluid. There's not set in stone details. We're going to read the progression to green grass. You hear this a lot from those type of offenses. We're going to attack the space of the defense. Well, what does that mean? How do you do it? Where do you bracket it? Well, we're going to do it with fluidity, with adjustment of routes. That's why there's so few concepts and so many adjustments off of it. I'm telling you that Kyler's much more suited and a better fit for Cliff than Josh. That's not a knock on Josh. In fact, Josh is going to be very successful if and when he gets to a place where he can run a black and white offense where the detail is the king of the offense.
All right, so Nick Bosa's out there. You're just going to give up the best pass rusher in 5 years, let him go to somebody else.
I just told you why, because you said, bring up the graphic again, Collins points, 1, 2, and 3.
Get a quarterback, protect him.
You got to get a quarterback. I'm just telling you that you've got to do 1 before you do 2 and 3.
You don't have to. You can build your O-line until you get your quarterback.
You can't put drywall up without framing, Colin.
Did in my second house.
Well, that's why it fell over.
It wasn't perfect, but it worked.
That's why it fell over. I'm just telling you, I don't think it's a prerequisite, right? You can't just say, okay, how do we get these 3 elements and in what order? The order has to be right. You've got to go 1, 2, and then 3, I think you're wrong. I think Arizona needs to draft Kyler. I think the reports out there that they're not going to draft him are erroneous and false. I think that they're doing that to increase Rosen's draft stock.
He's a baseball player.
What do you mean he's a baseball player?
I'm not a big baseball.
How many times has he had an opportunity to play baseball for millions of dollars and turned it down? I can count at least 3.
All right, let's move to something else.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You better.
All right.
Getting trounced.
Right, real quick here.
Speechless over there, Joy.
Okay, so I'm not going to go out in the weeds. This draft's built for me. It's not built for the viewing public. I love this draft.
Do.
Oh, I love it. It's a bunch
because it's a meat and potatoes draft.
Oh, I love it. It's the bet. Last year was all flash and nonsense and crotch grabbing. I'm not into that stuff. I'm into interior linemen. Who's the best player in the draft? And don't give me Kyler Murray. Who's the best player in the draft?
Your boy, Nick Bosa.
Who's the second best player?
Quinnen Williams, the defensive lineman
I would
from
flip
Alabama.
those two, but I think those are the 2 best players.
Yeah, that's fine. I think a lot of teams have them 1 and 2 in whatever order they want. For me, it's Bosa because he's more impactful.
Yeah, they can make that's a good argument.
From a get to the quarterback, create turnover standpoint. Not that Williams is not impactful. These 2 are the class, the prize of the draft. No doubt.
Every source I have, every scout I've talked to has said Quinnen Williams, Alabama, Nick Bosa are the best players in this draft.
No doubt. I think that they are as good of defensive linemen / pass rushers that we've had maybe in 2, 3, maybe 4 years come into the draft.
Let me ask you this, with my expertise in the NFL. Let's say Arizona passes on Kyler Murray. Oakland's probably the next team at 4 that would consider him.
Yeah.
Does Gruden's offense work with Kyler Murray?
Yes.
It does?
Yes. Short, quick decisions, get the ball out, fast feet, timing kept in the feet. Everything is quick, and that's very much what Kyler can do and will do.
Do you have any inside sources saying Arizona will take Kyler Murray?
Yes.
Oh, so you're breaking news here.
I'm not breaking news. I'm 90%. Again, I would be shocked if they're not going to take him.
All right, so you're
very good sources that I've talked to say, yeah, that's the pick.
I don't know where to go on this. I know I would keep Josh Rosen. By the way, here's your mock draft. Put this up for the world to see. Kyler Murray, Nick Bosa, Quinnen Williams, Josh Allen, Ed Oliver, Dwayne I'll tell you, Andre Dillard, underrated, Washington State.
Yeah, I like Andre Dillard. If you want to talk meat and potatoes, those offensive linemen type of Andre Dillard from Washington State. Think about it this perspective. He only gave up 1 sack, I believe, last year, and you could say, oh, there are other guys that didn't give up any. He had over 300 more pass blocking opportunities than the next closest lineman. 300.
Yeah, he's a beast. Joel Klatt, Jay Glazer, Chris Spielman, Rob Stone, Fox Sports Radio, Thursday night throughout the entire first round live from Nashville. Are you going to Nashville?
I am. I'm headed out there tomorrow.
What a city.
I know, but all work, no play this week.
That doesn't exist in my life. That's why I don't do the draft.
You're the best.
Nashville is unbelievable.
Are you okay? I was a little hard on you today.
No, let me tell you something. I'm like Captain America. I got a shield right here. Bang, everything bounces off. When you have my level of expertise, Nothing bothers me.
I was going to say stubbornness, but you call it expertise. That's fine.
I'm the Westbrook of hosts. I just do it my way.
Like Teflon. My way, baby.
All right. Fox Sports Radio Nashville, Joy Taylor with the news.
No.